Hi guys, Didi's here today. I hope you're doing well. Are you ready for a story today? I want to dedicate today's story to little Maris. Maris is a friend of mine. Her mama used to teach with me. And when Maris was born, she had some medical problems. And so mommy's taking care of her and she's fighting that fight. And Maris, we just want you to know we love you. We're thinking about you. Today's book, Grover Goes to School. Grover goes to school. Do you like Grover? I like Grover. Grover's pretty cool. He's my buddy. Here we go. Today was the big day. It was the first day of school for Grover. And Grover was ready before the sun came up. His mother gave him a brand new pencil box, a big box of crayons, a lunchbox full of jelly sandwiches, and a big hug and a kiss goodbye. Do you remember your first day at school? Wow. I would like to say I remember my first day of school, but it was a long, long time ago. I will be the only one from Sesame Street, said Grover. What if nobody likes me? His mother smiled. Just be yourself. She said, you're very lovable. Do you think Grover's lovable? I do. But Grover was not so sure. He walked slowly to school. I will try hard to make everyone like me, he said. At school, the teacher gave all the children a big hello. My name is Mr. Lester, he said. And what are your names? And so one by one, the children said their names. There was Truman and Jill, Molly and Bill. Oh, Grover said to himself, there's so many children. Finally, it was Grover's turn. He stood up and said shyly, I am Grover, and I want to be friends with everybody. After they all said their names, Mr. Lester had them draw pictures. He passed out paper and boxes of crayons. I can use my own new crayons, said Grover. Truman looked at Grover's crayons. Hey, Grover, said Truman, if you will give me your crayons, I will give you my truck. Grover looked at the toy truck. It was missing 3 wheels. Grover looked at his new crayons. Oh dear, he said to himself. If I say no, Truman will not like me. So he gave his crayons to Truman and tried to play with the new truck. Bumpity bump, bump, bump went the truck. But it wasn't much fun. Soon, Mr. Lester said, it's time for milk and cookies, but before you eat, you must clean up. Then Grover had an idea. You can eat right now, he said to the children near him. I, Grover the cleaner-upper, will put everything away. And the children ran to the cookies. Thanks, Grover, they shouted. Uh-oh. Grover cleaned up the crayons, the lumps of green clay, and all the blocks on the floor. Now I will get my cookies, said Grover happily. But all the cookies were gone. Oh no, we forgot to save a cookie for Grover, the children said. It's okay. I do not mind, said Grover. Soon it was time to play outside. I will ask my new friends to play hopscotch with me, said Grover. But they were already jumping rope. You can turn the rope for us, said Jill. Grover did not want to turn the rope, but he said okay. Finally, it was time for lunch. Grover opened up his new lunchbox and Truman watched him. If you give me your jelly sandwich, I'll give you my bologna, said Truman. Grover did not like bologna, but he said okay. Suddenly, tears began rolling down Grover's furry face. Why are you crying, Grover? Said Molly. Because, cried Grover, I do not like this broken truck. I miss my crayons. I did not get a cookie. I do not like to jump rope. And I hate bologna. Grover cried and he cried. I will cheer you up, said Molly. Do you want to play marbles? Grover stopped crying. Well, I like jacks better, he said. I do not know how to play jacks, said Molly. And Grover started crying again. But maybe you can teach me, jacks, said Molly. Now Grover stopped crying. Oh, yes. I'm so happy to teach you. And he really meant it. Molly got up to threesies. Then it was time to put away the jacks and learn to read and write. Grover opened his new pencil box. What a neat pencil box, said Bill. Want to trade? Grover looked at Bill's pencil box and then at his own. He thought for a minute. And then Grover shook his head. No, I like mine better. Okay, said Bill. And he was not mad. Grover was so happy. He smiled at Bill. Do you like jacks? Asked Grover. My favorite game, said Bill. Mine too, said Grover. After school, Grover, Bill, and Molly played jacks. Then Grover ran home. I have 2 new friends, he told his mother. 2 new friends in one day? That's a lot, she said. It sure is, said Grover. Wow, what a happy ending. I hope you enjoyed. Bye. Remember, Didi loves you always.